Thank you for tuning in to Investment Insight presented by McCay Wealth Advisory. My name is Hayden Proffitt, and joining us today we have Brent McCay. Brent, recently some news just broke out of Arnold Air Force Base. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so the big thing, of course, is New Horizons is going to be the new contractor for the next 12 years. This has led to a lot of uncertainty. A lot of people are familiar with Jacobs, and we've gotten more familiar with Bechtel over the last few years of this contract. And so we are having a lot of customers worried about their sick time, their paid off time, what's going to happen with the pension. It's our understanding, of course, that the pension will remain. There might be some people pulling their money out of their pension. So one of the big concerns you have is, hey, if 100 people retire from the base between now and July 1st, is that pension going to be funding to the point to where you can still get a lump sum?
Right.
One of the things a lot of people don't realize about pensions is if your pension drops just a little bit below 80%, the lump sum is restricted to 50%. If it goes below 60, it's restricted to there is no lump sums. You have to do a monthly benefit. And when you hear 80%, that's what it means. That means they only have 80% of what they need to pay the participants. And so that's one of the things to factor in. And obviously, with the new contractor, we don't know the details yet. So one of the biggest things is to stay calm. But be aware that if this pension does drop, or if a bunch of people do retire, you may want to look at your retirement. One of the things we're doing here in our office is we're doing extended hours. We're doing later appointments and earlier appointments to make sure that if people are concerned that they're not going to have their pension, they look at their plan. Build a plan now. Build a plan. This change in contractor gives you an opportunity for us to build a financial plan for you.
Right.
And one of the best things about us building a financial plan for is it costs you
$0.
We do not charge for financial plans. So if you're looking at retirement or close to retirement, we want to invite you to come in. Give us a call at 931-728-2130 or email me, Brent or Hayden at McCay Wealth, mccaywealth.com. Email either one of us or Christina, and we can set up a appointment for you.
Yeah, and don't forget that the website updates for this merger, bnh-jv.com.
We'll say that again.
So B, Bravo, Navajo, Hector-jv.com.
And that's the New Horizons website. So they're going to have, I'm assuming, more updates about benefits and about plans. One of the things is there's a workforce shortage right now. So it would not seem to be in anybody's interest for there to be a bunch of people to retire at the same time because they need those workers to perform the job. So it would be our assumption, which doesn't mean it's going to be the case, that it would not be in the benefit for a radical change. So we don't expect a lot of changes, but we are going to prepare if that does occur. And so we want to invite anybody to come in, help us build a plan. We'll help you build a plan for you. That way, we can make sure you're okay. Can you retire now? Do you need to wait? These are things you want to know if you've got several hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line.
Right, and you want to be able to see all of your options on paper. I think that's one of the benefits of the plan is that you see everything on paper in one place.
And the big thing with the pension, a lot of people don't realize is when interest rates go down, the lump sums go up. So if that ceiling is 7%, let's say, and let's say that you're promised $3,000 a month, that's $36,000 a year. They basically at 7% have to put $500,000 in an account for you. If interest rates are 5%, they got to put $700,000 in an account for you. So it's not a great time to retire because we are closer to that ceiling than we are to the floor.
Right.
With these higher rates.
Sure.
Now, we all believe, may not be true, that there's a high chance that going into the election, the politicians want to look good. So if they want to look good, if rates go down just a little bit, just imagine how housing is going to boom, how things are going to go up. So one of the things that fits in this narrative here is it might make sense to look at retiring because interest rates could likely go down going into the fall.
Right.
And if there's a protest that pushes around October, and that'd be a great time if interest rates were lower.
Right. And I think those are definitely all the, and who's the plan actuary? Something to hit on. So this is Willis Towers Watson is the plan actuary, and Bank of America is investment manager and trustee.
So one of the things people always wonder is who's doing the calculation. And so I think it's good to have that name. Say again, Willis
Towers Watson is the plan actuary, and Bank of America is investment manager.
And so when you're looking at, your pension and where does it come from, that's the company there. And so because one of the things that we do struggle with is knowing exactly how much money you're going to get on a pension because they're estimates. They're estimates based on what interest rates are and what the actuary is doing. And so one of the things that we encourage people to do is ask, the base, we almost said the person's name on a podcast, but most people, the same lady has been there for a long time, and get an estimate from her to see where you're at. That way you have a mark in time to know where you are.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thank you so much for all the info here, and thank you all for tuning in today, and I hope you have a great day.